3, 2, 1. YouTubers, how are we all? All right, so let's get into. I want to go back in time a little bit. You know, I made this page a while ago. 6 months been. I think we got 30,000 followers. Let's get on it. I want to go back to an original story that I did tell last year and uploaded it from my TikTok, which I probably shouldn't have done, which was about the stabbing, which is like the thing that changed. Well, it led to me changing my life. You know, the ketamine was the real thing that, you know, just wanted me to experience life and showed me that something else was out there, and that happened because of the stabbing. So without the stabbing, none of this happened. So let's lead up to it, you know, put you in the headspace that I was in, the mentality that I was in, the type of person that I was at that time, you know, or I guess the character I was playing, because I've always adapted to situations. And, you know, I just thought, you know, like, fuck, they just keep putting me in jail, I'm just going to act like it and stuff like that. But I'm not that guy. I'm not really that person. I never felt part of that. Although I ran the fucking biggest gang in there, I still didn't feel like I was, you know, part of these people. You know, I just, yeah, just had a lot of anger build up inside and stuff like that, because I just couldn't figure life out, you know, and I wasn't man enough to get up and just give it a go. Anyway, so right, this is what happened. All right, so these three people, I'm not going to name them because I'll be honest, it's a little bit embarrassing, the people that got me. You know, they were part of this gang called White Supremacy. Now, they started this gang in, I think, 2006 or 7. So these people were people that couldn't get into Wiln to kill them. So the reason that they started this gang is they were all like people that had tried to get into Wiln and were like, nah, you know, like didn't let them in. So they decided to make their own little group, which was kind of awkward, you know. They grew very fast. And the thing with that was, you want to join? Oh, bro, just join. So that's what they did. You know, that was their thing. Whereas with us, you know, you got to do them ones. You had to show it. You had to prove yourself. With them, there was no proving. They all bailed. They all come back. They all bailed. They all come back. You know, the thing with us was we'd have a little laugh and say they're good to have around because at least you know who can clean your cell. You know, at least you know who's going to clean the cells and that. Anyway, what happened was one of my good friends actually started it with him, and I'd only joined Wiln at the time, and he'd never been rejected from Wiln. What happened was these two other guys with him started it, 3 of them. I'd gone to court and come back. He wanted to get this bloke that had stabbed him in the leg before, and I said, nah. So this is the funny thing. One of the people that he started it with, which was one of the people that stabbed me, said that this guy was his stepbrother, right? And they were tight and all this stuff, you know? Mate, as soon as one of us turned on him, wherever the power swung, he's like, fucking, bro, this guy helped him. Fucking kicked old mate in the head. So my mate's gone and said, all right, I'm gonna get him back like that. Sorry. He's been in the pod for a bit. I've gone up to court for a few weeks, you know, but I thought my mate's gonna wait, and I said, bro, don't trust these guys. Don't fucking trust him, bro. You can only trust me, you know, because this guy's saying it's his stepbrother. So what the fuck? So we'll just call him T. Anyway, so T, S was the other guy, which he ends up being pretty cool, you know. He was just an older fella, fucking, he sort of like wasn't in the mix of the Wiln. He was a bit older, but always trained, fit bloke. Anyway, so yeah, Damo, my mate, he's gone and fucking, he said, right, I'm going to get this guy. They've actually grabbed him and said, bro, they took the blade off him. They were both like very bigger than him. He's like, dropped the blade. They're like, bro, just go in there. You know, there's 3 of us, whatever. We got your back, all this shit. He's like, all right. So he's going to go across the pod. On the way, there's a fridge in the middle of the pod with a little freezer at the top, right? He's popped the freezer, grabbed an ice bottle out, ran in there, dom. Everyone told me, they said the cell was literally red, like covered. He would have been better off getting stabbed probably, like with what happened to him. Had to have speech therapy, all this stuff, got airlifted to Sydney, fucking pretty brutal what happened. These guys came in saying that, you know, they were part of it and all this shit. So they've come in, and what I was told is they just went like that, just a little tiny kick, you know, just like tapped him sort of thing, you know. Damo's burning, like, bro, these cunts fucking said they have my back and shit. They come in, tapped him in the head and ran out. Left him in there, you know. Well, anyway, screws have come, whatever. I come down on the truck on the way down. Boys are like, Paddo, bro, he just took him out hectic. He just fucking took him out hectic. I get down to the bottom. Now, when you rock up there, you go to the back, but you can see the windows from the Segro cell. And anyway, my mate's in there, right? The other boys are in, hey, Paddo, bro, how are you? They're trying to yell. I'm like, hey, boys. You know, I was already dirty because I was like, I fucking told him to wait for me, you know? So it's in my head. I'm like, fuck, man, I was burning. He was in Segro and whatever. Anyway, I got there. I had about a bit over a year to go, I think. And I seen him there. I said, bro, fuck this. I'm not staying here without you. I'm going to get tipped too. I'll come there. He's going, bro, just stay here. Don't worry. He goes, they fucking told on me. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. T, right? Wanted to go. Didn't want to go to Goulburn. Was scared to go to Goulburn. And, you know, this matched up with things that happened in the future when he actually cried because he was going to Goulburn and told me he was going to NA and all this shit, you know? Like, don't think less of him. He just, I don't know what he was so scared of Goulburn for. But anyway, he's gone there. They've all got reclassed, whatever. So apparently he went in, told them what happened, you know, tried to act like, oh, he fucking, you know, didn't snitch. But as soon as you tell them what happened, you all went in that cell and you say you were part of it, right? That means that you're all guilty now. Do you know what I mean? Like you've pled guilty, so you're all guilty because the three were together. Them three, they followed the camera. You three are there. So if you were there with him, now you're there with him. So you've just told them that it's all you. Just so you didn't have to go to Lithgow, had to go to Goulburn or whatever. Anyway, I ended up going to Goulburn. Got tipped a few weeks later, went to Goulburn, was cheering, you know, had all this stuff going on there and whatever, you know. Before I got there, the Islanders actually put it on old man, the S1, the bigger guy, because he didn't say anything to them, so he got sent to Goulburn. They were all getting sent to Goulburn. T got out of it going to Lithgow because he told him, oh, yeah, it was us, whatever. Well, him and another bloke got put on in the yard by Islanders, big Islander boys. Islanders were like, rah, said something to him, you know, because they had white supremacy on them. Fucking booted him from the yard, sent him down the back to NA. Anyway, they've sorry guys, I have to clean my throat. Anyway, all that happens and shit, right? I got there and I said, bro, I'm fucking covering your tattoo, right? He was still in the yard with the tattoo on him, Sykesy. Soldier, you know, he refused to go. Anyway, so when I got there, he was there alone. I went in with him and we were all sweet. I ended up putting a big W2K over it and all this shit, right? Come back in a year or so later, they're both in the same pod, right? The two bigger guys, and they're bigger than me. They're bigger than Sykesy and all that. I remember going out in the Oval, right? And they're like, this was before I even took over. And they go to me, oh, bro, we heard Sykesy covered his tattoo, you know, because they were the original three. We heard he covered his tattoo, all this bullshit. Yeah, bro, we just want to know who done it and all this shit. And I said, I did. And they were kind of shocked, you know, and I had one of the boys with me. He was like giggling, you know, because these two were like fucking, you know, built like tanks and shit. I just come off the street. My mate was just like a fucking little Macedonian. And they're like, oh, what do you mean? I said, I fucking covered it, bro. I said, he told me what happened, that fucking you dropped your hand, you put your hand up and all this shit, you know? I said, I don't know if that's fucking true, but it all matched up, you know? And it actually matched up a few weeks later after this. Anyway, when I got to the pod, this screw Sonny, I don't know if you've heard about Sonny, this big Islander, he's come along, sent a list out with Fardy. He goes, bro, go tell me the 10 best fighters in the pod. Tell them I want to fight them all in the cage. Because when I moved over there, he didn't want me there for ages. He sent me to Segro, he sent me back up. All these. Actually, Moody and Simon were down there. I remember they had fucking colognes. That's when they got done with all the shit that the screws were bringing in. And they were down there. So it's at that time, 06, end of 06. Anyway, I've come back up. I've eventually got into that pod. When I've come over there, because I bashed someone in the other pod, he's like fucking trying to intimidate me and all this shit. He goes, yeah, tell the top 10 fighters come out, put their name on a list. I'm like, sweet, right? Put my name at the top, bro. Wrote my name at the top. T's like, put his name at the top, right? He goes, yeah, put me under him. Did a couple of laps. He's ran inside, right? Got old mate to take his name off the list. Fardy comes out like 10 minutes later and goes, bro, I've been around the whole pod. You're the only person with their name on the list. I said, what happened to T? He goes, bro, he come in and scribbled his name off. He said, so it's just you. I said, yeah, go give it to him, bro. Fuck it, right? Well, he's giving it to him, bro. He's just sitting there burning on me, you know? So I knew about that with him, that he shit himself there. So he's after that started telling people that, yeah, Sonny's scared of all this shit, you know? But, bro, his cellmate, what was his cellmate's name? Brock? Said, Sonny, come in. He went to the back of the cell, started crying, pinned up against the thing like that. Sonny was putting it on him. You know, I everybody there when I bridged up to Sonny. So everybody fucking knows. I didn't bridge up to him. I just put my hands up when he put his hands up. But he didn't go me. He knew I could fight because everyone kept talking about it, and that's what he was burning about. But anyway, so I knew about that. Anyway, they call him a few weeks later and he just starts crying in the middle of the yard going, bro, I'm going to NA, all this bullshit. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, I don't want to go there. Like, I just can't. I'm like, bro, you doing 20 fucking years, bro. Like, you just come in on a fucking unaliving, you know? Like, you just ended someone. Anyway, which was like a little Unky J in a phone box. But then it turns into, years later, some nomad bikie, he was saying. Like, I'm like, bro, where'd this story come from? Anyway, yeah, so just full of fucking lies, this guy. Anyway, he was crying, saying he was going to NA. I was like, bro, just go to the yard. He ended up going to, bailed and fucking, didn't go to NA, but went to one of the protection, I think with like the Murphy brothers or something. He was in the, like, Putron yard, you know, and I knew all this. So yeah, that's the story behind that thing. That yeah. Also, I rocked up at Park Lee one day. He was in the cell with someone. We're all going to that side, right? All on the same side. 10 minutes later, screws come call everyone, tell me I'm not allowed in there. They grab me, go put me on the other side. Right? Someone's buzzed up and told them that there's going to be drama if I'm on that side. The next morning, I come out. He comes to the fence with someone else, talks to me. Old mate comes and goes, bro, you know what happened, eh? Like, he didn't say it in all the words. He didn't want to say it. Because this guy, I don't know, this guy was his cellmate, had him on the bupe or whatever, you know. But he's told me not so many words that this guy's the one that said it, you know. Anyway, I went back over there after he's realised that, yeah, I'm not going to attack him because apparently he was saying shit behind my back, which he probably was, done it all the time, you know. And a lot of people do this online now, and people always done it in the past, and people always say to me, bro, this guy said that. I said, bro, if I attacked everybody that said something behind my back, I said, bro, I'd be attacking people forever. They all do it, bro. It's anybody that has a name or anything, they're always going to use your name to try to boost themselves up, you know. Like when it's like, someone's like, I'll fight him. Oh, bro, I'll fight Mike Tyson. You're saying that because Mike Tyson's a fucking beast. You know what I mean? You're not going to say, oh, I'll fight fucking Jimmy Duncan. Who the fuck's Jimmy Duncan? No one cares. So you know what I mean? People try to put themselves on other people's levels. Anyway. Yeah, so that happened with him. This other cunt was actually in the gang unit. One of the other guys was actually in the gang unit, right? So this will happen with the other one. So I had like sort of fucking, knew they were all weak cunts, and this is where this letter came from that I'll tell you about after. Yeah, so I was in the gang unit with him. They kept fucking doing shit and that, you know, like fucking doing shit out loud and that. Like while I was trying to do shit, and I turned my music up because I don't want to hear your shit, you know. Then they fucking start bridging. Oh, bro, stop turning your fucking music. I said, what the fuck did you say? So I went over to their doors. Two of them, offered him out and the other bloke. They used to get out to mix together. And they'd get out when I was in the outdoor yard, which there was only a soft wooden door, right? In that place, which, you know, they could just kick it off because my mate actually kicked it off when he tried to talk shit about me once and ran in and stabbed him in the head with handcuffs on in the gang unit, right? And to say there's always 4 screws out to one person. Like when you're there, the squad officer's right there. Like you're outnumbered hectically, you know. It's the same program as the Supermax, but it was the gang unit, which was housed at Lithgow at the time, which is at Goulburn now. Anyway, so yeah, he got stabbed in the head by him. So he wants a little bit of revenge back, you know. But anyway, I put forms under their door because I was allowed to mix with one person, but my only good friend, they moved over the other side because he stabbed him in the head. These guys all mixed together, so I didn't have anyone there to mix with because, yeah, I didn't like anyone. I didn't get along with any of them. Anyway, I put my thing under the door, like to mix. Both of them wouldn't fill it out. I signed it, fucking everything. They didn't fill them out. Both of them wouldn't come through the door because the door swings my way, so I can't go through that way. I said, bro, when I'm out there, I'll fight you both. Nah. Anyway, a few years later, I ended up getting out, come back in. This guy's in the opposite yard, right? They're like, oh, bro, he's got that yard. Oh, you're here, you have this yard. He's come over like, oh, can I talk to you? Yeah, bro. Oh, fuck, you're doing mad, bro. Fucking, you're looking fit. All this, just sucking up my ass, you know. I'm thinking, don't you remember last time we seen each other? It was a few years, but, bro, he's just straight sucking up. Anyway, he's like, oh, yeah, sweet, bro. I got this yard locked down. You'll be right now. I was like, yeah, fucking what? Started doing everything in my yard. Got some boys on his side to sell for me over there too, and just fucking wiped it, bro. He couldn't get a packet, he said. He said he had to wait You know, people are ticked up for 3 weeks and shit. He can't even get a packet of Ox. And I was just laughing. I'd get in heaps of shit. He told me 1 year he saved up like $1,500. I was like, what the fuck, bro? I'll get that on a fucking 1 day a week. Like with all the eye and fucking bupe and shit. I was cleaning up there like fucking killing it. This guy took a year to do that. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Anyway, I emptied that in like 2 days because when the eye come in, I gave him a little taste, him and his friend. Well, I gave it to his friend and said, bro, you can give him some because I don't like him. Yeah, anyway. So they fucking had whatever. Well, he ended up giving me all his money and I gave him mine, but I didn't give him any special deals. Goes down to Goulburn and starts talking, bro, if I see that Paddo fucking charging me, people are sending me letters going, bro, did you just take all his money and that make him spend all his money? Like, he thinks he's fucking entitled to people's drops. It's like, yeah, fucking no, bro. Who the fuck is he, bro? He's fucking nobody. Anyway, yeah, so that's the story with him. That was a little bit of drama with him. Now, the other one, right? We were actually friends, like not close friends, but we'd always, you know, joked around and been friends and fucking all this shit. Bro, this guy just turned for Ugdrays or whatever. I knew that in the past, when he was younger, him and his cellmate each other, right? Uxade each other off, right? Sucked. So I knew that about him. I also knew that one of my boys, that he had backdoored him. Got out, gave him an address to his missus' house. This guy gets out and roots his missus. Like, putrid as, right? Like, foul. Anyway, so that's where all them stories come from. That's how I knew him. Like, this guy used to get other people to come up to me, even though we were meant to be like, I was like, bro, why the fuck's he doing that? Just tell him to come ask me. Like, ask him for caps and shit. And I used to give him because he was one of the boys. Yeah, it was fucking weird, right? So that's A. There's D, T, and A, right? So D was the second one. This is A. Him and another bloke got jumped by the brothers at Wellington, right? For some shit, right? Probably because they had white supremacy on them or something, you know? I don't know. But anyway, I was good friends with this bloke who's actually black. So I don't get where this comes from, right? But anyway, he's asked me, bro, fucking, you know, can you just, you know, he's a good cunt. He just got mixed up with him. He told me he wishes he never got that on him, like the WS tattoo. He wishes he was W2K, all this bullshit, right? Kept going on about it all the time. Every time I'd see him, you know, like, bro, let's go. I think he was just dirty that I didn't. And what happened was, yeah, so I knew about all that stuff. Bro, fucking helped the cunt out heaps. This guy rocks up that was one of the ones that broke his arm and shit. I got all the boys. Well, I didn't get them, but all the boys that were my boys ended up putting holes in this bloke. Plenty of fucking holes, right? Anyway, he knew about this. Sent a thank you and all that bullshit, right? I get a letter saying, oh, bro, wait till you come down here. You should come down here. I'd been banned from there for 12 years for something that I'd done there before I got out, before release, right? Anyway, because they knew I had a lot of pull, you know, and that's one jail they don't like to put people in that have pull because you can get the whole yard together and it's, you know, it's just the way it's set up. Them old jails, they're not set up for cameras and fucking, you know, control and shit. They're just set up for like punishment, just old school style, you know. Anyway, yeah, so I get this letter. Oh, it's a good yard, bro. It's WS and Wiln's yard. Like fucking, you know, we share the yard and all this. I wrote a letter back saying, bro, that's fucking putrid. I said, bro, no yard is their yard. They're all our fucking yard. Like when they're there, you know, with all these guys. They tried to stamp two of the boys, Islander boys. Anyway, these boys waited for him at the bottom, right? Waited for all three of them. So A and D came down, and then they looked, and T was like up the top, wasn't you know coming. He didn't know what was about to happen, but anyway, they were just like fuck playing along. Oh, chief, can we get that? Because they let out groups. Well, they waited for it to clear, and they sort of just kept asking questions at the desk that you go out to in the morning. You ask questions, get forms. All that shit, started asking how to fill them. When these two come down, they just turned around and fucking attacked them with aid blades and that, put holes in them, slashed them. These two started squealing, and it's written through all the cells, you know, like they got shamed out big time. Squealing, I'm gonna die, all this shit. Jumping behind the screw S's, like literally the screw S. One was hiding behind, like ducking like this, trying to run for cover and shit. Yeah, so, and then these boys yelling out, W2K, motherfucker, all this shit, you know, because these boys were like, oh, when you get on the weekend, fucking give us a chunk, this much, you know, and they're like, oh, yeah, fucking we'll see, you know, and the reason they did it there is because it was them two pretty much against the whole yard, because these guys had put fear into the yard, and Like, I don't know why people feared him, you know? It was just all fucking mouth. Like, it was just shit. Like, they don't even know how to do that. Every time they do it to someone, they just come back with some stitches, some superficial cuts. Anyway, yeah, so these boys yelling at W2K, motherfucker, all this shit, right? Well, after that, I got that letter. These guys were on high alert about Wiln. And that D, he's seen it happening and ran back up to his cell too. Like, halfway down. Fucking turned around and legged it. Anyway, yeah, so they've told the sweeper, bro, any mail from fucking Wilns, all this shit, fucking intercept it. Especially to the guy I was writing to, because he was Wiln, had a big W2K on his back. So yeah, they've intercepted the letter. I'm going, bro, they're fucking gronks, bro. Because I was burning. I was like, they're not having that yard, Goulburn. That's where our fucking, you know, that's where we originated, in that yard. Yeah, they've sent the fucking thing. I said, and then I pointed out why they're all gronks and why they're bitches and why not to call their bluff. I said, bro, they're fucking bluffing cunts. Like, they've got you all bluffed. Anyway, so they've started writing letters to people. No, this is just dry snitching. When you write letters to people and you've been involved in stabbings or you're involved in gangs, you know it's going to get screened. You know it's going to get read. You know it's going to get photocopied. They start fucking doing this shit. I'm locked in at fucking Silverwater for months, right? Fucking kicking up a storm and all this bullshit, right? Bringing the paper, the fucking ombudsman and all that, saying, why the fuck are we locked in? I just want to be charged or I want to be let out because I'm not doing nothing. They locked down the whole fucking jail. I had a lawyer come once and he said, bro, I've been sitting here for 3 hours. He said they would not move anyone. They had to lock down the whole jail to move you because they think that I'm bringing in all the drugs in the whole jail. Like, come on, that's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, they were just being fucking overboard. They took 15 of us first and put us all in the same wing, telling us they were starting a new wing, but they weren't. They were just punishing us and giving us 1 hour a day. Anyway, by then, you know, we were down to 3 people. This pipper kept coming because they wouldn't answer the ombudsman and that, and they're meant to, and they get in trouble for it. So he's like, comes in, 2 fucking little mouse man, you know, little tiny man, fucking small man syndrome. The 2 stars, right, if you fucking ring him again, rah, I'm fucking warning you, all this shit. I'll send you to Goulburn where we have intel that you're going to get stabbed. And I said, oh yeah, am I? I said, we'll fucking see. Because as soon as someone threatens me, I just turn, you know. So I was like, we'll fucking see. Anyway, as soon as they cracked the door, I told the boys jump straight on the fucking phone. Like, first thing I said, bro, not even the first minute we get out, the first fucking second. I said, don't even fucking breathe. Get straight on that fucking thing. I said, we don't fuck. That's how we respond to threats. When a threaten us, we'll do the exact opposite. You know what I mean? That's the problem with screws inside and fucking pippers and all that. Like, don't threaten fucking inmates. Don't try to stand over them. Like, that's how they learn everything in life. That's why when they get out worse and stand over people and do all this shit, because that's what the screws do to you. So you just learn from their actions. This is how you control people. This is how you fucking intimidate people. All that shit, you know? So that's what criminals do when they get out. They just copy that style. Like the running in, how the squad run in. That's how we run into houses. Not anymore, obviously. But yeah, this is all shit. Like, this life is fucking putrid. And I had so many boys and so much respect and everything, you know, and I never told them, never had any putrid charges, never had anything like this, you know. Had a fucking good name. Only ever went after people that did things wrong or you know, like shit like that. Never fucking took out no one for no reason, never stood over people, none of that shit, right? Unless they were standing over people, like they'd get their karma. But this is what happens. Even people like me get stabbed in the fucking back. You know, the way you treat a og day. Which everyone fucking went off at him about. They said, bro, just don't. You can't use them. Just offer him out, bro. Offer him out. You know what? I would have fought all 3 of them face to face. And they knew it. Same fucking time. Let's go. Anyway, next morning, I'm on the truck. I was like, funny. Anyway, finally got back to Goulburn. Get there, they're like, rah, all this bullshit. I don't know, she just asked me, what yard you want to go to? I said, that one. You know, there was 2 yards, like working or not working. Yeah. I was on remand. I didn't even know if I should be there. Like, why the fuck am I going there on remand? Anyway, go out to the yard. First 3 people standing there are these 3 cunts, right? Literally, just standing there like they were burning that I was there, you know? They were all fucking silent, all this shit, you know? They've been running around for weeks going, if he comes here, bro, we'll fucking do this, we'll do that, on site. I walk in the yard, this is what they do. I'm like, hey boys, how are you? Real cocky in that. Fucking bang, knuckles, right? You're like, I'm like, fucking hell, that was a bit awkward. I'm like, one of them's got a problem and the other two are following, you know, because that's what they do. They follow each other and, you know, just like narcissists, just fucking this, that, fucking, you know, very manipulative. Two of them at least, you know. Maybe not A is just a follower, but D and T, very manipulative, very big shit talkers. Anyway, doing laps in the yard, everyone's like, bro, you should talk to them. You know, because they'd all heard, but not one person said to me, bro, they're saying they're going to get you. People saying, bro, do you need a blade? Nah, I'm right, bro. What the fuck do I need one for? I'm not an Ogdale. I don't walk around with a blaze. Like, I got nothing to hide. I've done nothing wrong, you know? Like, that's what people that fucking Putrons need, bro. Putrons need to walk around with a blaze because they've got shit to hide and they're scared it's going to come out. Or they're just weak fucking men. Go down the back, the boy said again. I said, fuck this. You know what? I've got a feeling they've said something because they're saying, watch out. So I've gone and sat in the showers while they're open. Literally sat in there by myself. Everyone went out. I sat there by myself. These cunts didn't come in. No one come in. Know what I mean? Yeah. So later on doing laps, went over to pipe. The boys kept saying shit. I'm like, bro, they're fucking gronks. So I'm not fucking talking to them. I don't give a fuck, bro. This is my fucking yard. Right? Anyway, go back in the arvo. I burnt my foot the night before I come down, so I needed to go to the clinic. One of the boys was out on a Is It Vay. So, you know, this is where it's fucked up because he's meant to be my friend. And all signs point to that he knew. Do you know what I mean? All fucking signs. And he's actually friends with my best friend. And still friends with, like, still hangs around him and shit, you know? And it fucking kills me because I know that he knew. This is the thing. My ex was the one that set up this op tray for them through my mate. And I was like, bro, why the fuck is she getting shit for you, cunt? Like, you know what I mean? I was fucking dirty when I found this out. Anyway, I might come back. I said, bro, can you hook us up something? I said, that come from my ex, bro. And he's like, oh, yeah. Just, I'll give it to you in the morning. But he'd just given them, all of them, right? Literally gave it to them after. He was doing it on the table when I said it. Bro, so he knew something was coming. That's why he didn't want to give it to me then. Like, why would you not give it to me then? You're giving all three of them. Anyway, yeah, sus as. Anyway, I go to the fucking clinic. I come back. This guy goes to the clinic. And I think he said that, like, wait till I go to the clinic. These guys are all off their head on the eye and on the fucking zenny. So fucking, you know, it's a fucking, there's a backbone right there between them. Three of them need zennies and ice just to get a fucking backbone. Now they're all loud and shit. Go to the clinic, come back. My mate's not talking to me, but he's about to have a Oche and they know I hate needles. So he's probably just thinking, you know, don't put this near Paddo. You know, he doesn't want this shit. Also, I hadn't trained for months. Like, this was one of the times where I was probably the smallest I've been in so long, you know. And they probably seen that, you know, like I'm at a weak point, fucking all this shit, you know, haven't trained for months. Got a burnt foot, I'm limping around. Anyway, I thought, fuck this cunt, you aren't going to give me now. I'm going to cancel this, and in the morning, we'll fucking see, right? Like, I'm fucking getting the mad chunk. Go to the phone. Go to jump on the phone, just talking. That's when it happened, you know. That's when it was like, bang, bang, bang. Fucking tap each. I wasn't even a bang, you know. I barely felt it. It was just like a, you know, just 3 taps. And I just knew because of all the words all day, that screw putting it in my head, you know. It was all in the back of my mind. So, yeah, grabbed the fucking, like, dropped the phone, turned around. These two on this side, A and D, had run into the same spot, right? It's funny this, because where they ran into, like this chair, was a time I got jumped years and years earlier. The only 2 times I got in jail, I got jumped from behind and fucking stabbed from behind. They fell over each other, so they were on top of each other when I looked there. But when I looked that way, no one was there. This guy just went and ran, like fucking bolted like Usain Bolt. Yeah, so I had no idea who the other person was, you know? Like, in my head, first thought was that cunt, see? But he was so fucking far away that I didn't believe that it was him. As soon as, like, in that fucking second and a half, bro's 20 fucking meters away. Anyway, I've turned my back to them, and I've just, like, scooted, like, sideways, looking around. Who the fuck's this other person, you know? Put my back to the fence. Now, at the top of the yard, it goes like a triangle, you know? So that's the best spot for me to be, is in a corner, you know? Because when there's people coming from each side, at least it's not 180, it's down to 90 degrees now. So yeah, I backed all the way up into the corner. And I was just like, fuck, come on, dogs. Right? They've come up going, fuck it, like this, like trying to scare me. Like, I don't know what they thought I'd do. If they thought I'd turn my back, but they wouldn't come within 2 meters of me. Anyway, I'm standing there, I'm like fainting at this one, fainting at that one, but they're getting a little bit close. So I just went fucking boom. Hit one of them, right? Dropped him, old mate's gone, bang. As soon as I felt it in my back, I've tried to turn, felt a couple more, right? So then I just turned, I went to go that way to spin my back, but I still didn't know who the other person was. I fucking tripped over the step, right? And because I tripped, I knew they'd be running to go fucking bang. So as soon as I got up from the step, I did a 180 and ran like towards them so they'd miss, which I think he got me one maybe, but like it was a bit of a fucking fuzzy thing that happened, you know? Like it was all a big rush after that. He got back into the corner, just kept like feigning kicks, feigning hits, you know, just like stepping at him anytime they get too close, and they just fucking jump back down. I just seen all this fucking gas coming over me. And I was like, fuck, right? So I jumped down because I didn't want to go blind or not be able to breathe, right? But the adrenaline was kicking in so fucking hard, it didn't affect me at all. Like not one tiny bit did I get fucking gas with anything. I seen their feet coming in because they thought I wasn't looking, but when I went down, I had my eyes like that. Now, because I got stabbed in the back of the head a couple of times, just all blood was coming down here, back of each shot, everything was dripping down this way now. So when by the time I got up, I was covered, right? Got 9 times, you know, but the main one was the lung that went in, and another one went in a bit. The rest were just surface, you know, like they were just trying to, like, I don't know what they thought, bro, watching too many movies, like, but they don't know, like, bang, you really got to push that shit in. That's not a lesson, unless you're defending yourself. Anyway, the squad's gone, fucking bang, open the gate. They've looked at me and gone, stay there, the clinic. As soon as they said the clinic was going to come, I was like, nah, not a fucking chance, right? Because there's no way in the world I'm going out of there in a wheelchair or getting fucking carried out there or getting stretchered out of there. Like, not a chance, right? I'm fucking sweet, right? Oh, fuck yous. I was burnt, like 100% burning inside. I was like, you fucking dogs, right? Like, I was just thinking, I'll fucking kill yous, man. And I still didn't know who the other person was until like now. This cunt starts jumping up and down going, that's how we fucking roll, right? And I thought, it was fucking you, cunt. You're the third person, right? Thinking, look at this cunt acting like in my head, I'm like, what? Bro, you were fucking at the other end of the yard the whole time. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Fucking bang and run. Like, see ya. The other two fell over each other running. Like, give them that. Like, they grew a ball to do it. But I think they all relied on the other two. So each one relied on the other two. And when they all did it, they all had the same idea to fucking back up. And they all fucking fell over each other and ran off, right? Anyway, as I've jumped up, I said, no way. I'm fucking sweet, right? The squad looks at me and just jumps back like that because I'm just red. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sweet, bro. Fucking walked out. I stood in front of the fucking thing, in front of every yard could see me. Everyone's going, yeah, right? A couple of boys started yelling shit out, you know, because they just assume shit when you get abstayed. But one of the mana was over there, tough for him, and he told him to all to shut up, right? Because he knows me. He's going, nah, bro, he's a mad cunt, you know. But then everyone was like, bro, you came out like a fucking soldier. Because they'd seen you see so many people get got in jail. They'd go squealing, like 2 of them did. Fucking squealing, running, fucking, fucking all this shit, you know. At the time, I didn't think it, you know. I thought, fuck, like in my head, I'm just like, fuck, man, I got one punch in, like, fuck, I felt so, like I'd never, you know, felt like I lost, but you can't lose when someone's behind you. Like, what the fuck are you meant to do? You know, it's not even fucking, it's like bashing a kitten. Like, there's no fucking chance. The kitten's got no chance, I mean. So anyway, I'm just standing there, just staring down the end of the yard. I'm trying to see these cunts through the smoke because they popped a few canisters as well. So they had the fucking everything, the capsicum spray, the fucking nerve gas or the tear gas, whatever it's called, right? I'm looking, I'm just like, fuck these dogs, you know, I'm just trying to fucking get eyes with them, like years are gone, you know. One of my friends yells out from that side too, he's like, brother, you right? I said, yeah, bro, no effect, bro, just weak dogs, right? I'm just still looking in the yard, you know. As I go back, that bloke that brought the drop, bro, that's meant to be my mate, meant to, you know, I just know he knew shit. He's standing there, bro, you all right? Are you fucking all right? She's like, what happened? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm fucking sweet, right? And then I didn't look at him again after that or say anything, you know. Because, yeah, but the first bloke that yelled out to me, so this is what happened. I've walked through the gate. They're going, hurry up, hurry up. I'm like, no, I'm sweet, bro. Another friend of mine seen me. He was at the clinic. He's like, bro, you right? He definitely didn't know this guy because he hates them all. He would have told me for sure. But he was like, when he goes, bro, what the fuck happened? I said, oh, nothing, bro. Because you can't say in front of the screws. And plus, they got the camera on. Once there's blood, anything, bro, they rip out the camera and they're following you everywhere. Anything to do with the squad, people getting anything like that, you know, they're on you. Yeah, but this guy, apparently when I left, the one that got the drop, was yelling out to this cunt, bro, who you calling the fucking weak cunt? So he knew who just got me. Because them guys are his friends. Do you know what I mean? So he fucking knew it was going to happen. He knew. He knew who just got me. 100,000,000%. Anyway, I went into fucking, what's it called? Went into the clinic. Fucking, these cunts are recording. So they get stills out of the recording of shit because they charge these guys. They're on the camera, right? They're literally on the fucking camera. I didn't make a statement. I didn't say one fucking word. They're on the fucking camera. Like right in the middle of the yard. They could have come in the shower earlier, anything, you know? They could have done it face to face. They could have offered me out, anything. But fucking full-on cowards. I went in there. That's where they got the stills because they're like, oh, bro, he let him take photos of my back. Well, for one, I didn't know anyone standing there. I'm talking to the fucking nurse, right? Two, how the fuck can I stop a camera on me? You know what I mean? Like, they're recording the whole event. I can't fucking take it off them. It's for their protection too. If anything happens to me, they can't get sued. Anyway, they're going, mate, you're right. Fucking, they're checking me. I had to strip down naked. They've checked everywhere. They're like, you're right. I said, yeah, I'm sweet. They're like, is that sore anywhere? So I'm like, no, I'm fucking sweet. They're like, oh, this is what spun me out. The lady goes, oh, you're going white. You're what'd she say? You're fucking under duress or some bullshit. You're in shock. She's like, you're in shock. And I'm thinking, I'm not in shock. I know what just happened. And I'm going to fucking kill these cunts. But maybe I was a little bit. Maybe the adrenaline. Yeah, fucking crazy. Anyway, squad comes. Before they can put me on the ambulance, he has to search me for some reason. Fucking search me, bro. I've just been stripped down and I've got a fucking towel over me. Like, I'm not holding anything inside me, bro. I've got fucking holes in me. Anyway, yeah. They give me ketamine, fucking bang, that's another story, you know. But that's what happened, you know. Get to the thing. So this is the rest of the story, right? So I get to the fucking the hospital. I hear these things because I kept asking for more ketamine because I was like, fuck, that's good. What's that shit? You know, I'm like, oh, I'm in pain. And then they said, where? And sorry, the camera. I remember I got what's it called? Fuck, sorry, someone just tried to ring. I hope they didn't go silent. Someone tried to call. Fuck. I was trying to get the ketamine. I was like, I remembered I got stabbed in the shoulder. All right, so I was like, my shoulder's sore, right? And they're like, 1 second, wait 1 second, we want to talk to him. I'm like, what the fuck? I look over, there's a detective there, and there's a lady there. I think she had a camera maybe, or a notebook. One or the, I don't know if she was recording or writing, but he was asking the questions. He might have been writing and she was recording or some shit, you know. But this is the funny thing. They try to get people. I'm like, fuck, you try to get people while they're out of it? Like, I'm on ketamine right now. Anyway, this is the best thing because your natural instinct kicks in, right? Happened to them guys when they got stabbed and they told the police what happened. This guy goes, do you know D or A? Said them two names, right? Because they didn't know about the other guy because he fucking took off straight away, the T guy. I said, yeah, they're my good mates, right? As soon as they said that, right? And they go, do you know what happened? I said, nah, happened to my back. I don't know, right? And then he goes, he's like, got dirty. He said to the chick, don't worry, let's go. Took off. They give me the special K, fucking in the helicopter, had that trip. I'll do that on another story, but because that's like mind opening, you know, and how it all happened from there. But yeah, wrote letters to these guys, you know, got back. Everyone's like, bro, you're a fucking machine. Fucking stood in front of that yard because they wouldn't let me in that yard because they're like, oh, their friends might be in, whatever. They put me in the workers yard, but I didn't work. So I was there. I just went up to the fence, started doing legs because I couldn't move my back, obviously. So I couldn't do chest and stuff. And, you know, a few days later I could, but I just started doing legs, just staring into the yard, you know. All the boys are coming down, bro, you're a fucking soldier. All this, oh, you took that like a boss and shit, you know, like trying to fucking suck up and shit, you know. But I'm thinking in my head, like, fuck, you don't even mean that, bro. Like, they fucking got me in the back. They're fucking weak cunts. But, you know, like, fuck, like, I was just still burning that I didn't get them. I ended up writing letters to all of them. I wrote letters to them why they didn't do it. I know they didn't do it. I don't know why they got taken down the back. We're friends. I'll come to court. Fucking tell your lawyer to speak to me. I'll give a statement saying it wasn't used. All that shit, you know, because I thought this is going to be my only chance to get him in the courthouse. Because I was still in that mentality, you know. Like I'd imagine I took a little razor, was fucking bang in the courthouse, and one of them ends, and I'm doing life for them, you know. So yeah, a lot of good things happen. They shit themselves and just pled guilty instead of trying to fucking beat it. Yeah, that's what happened. Anything else? Yeah, they ran around trying to say shit. But you know what? You know what's the funny thing? I'm their claim to fame. So me, all three of these guys still fucking telling everyone, oh, hey, bro, oh, I'm the one that stabbed Paddison. I'm the one that stabbed Paddison. I'm the one that stabbed Paddison. That's all they fucking say. That's all I fucking hear. So you know what I mean? It just shows that if I'm your claim to fame and you're going to be telling your grandchildren about me, suck shit. Because you know what? I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be in movie. I'm going to be fucking everything. And I'm going to make it all happen. And so should you. But yeah, anything you want in your life, make it fucking happen. But yeah, we're back on the tube. That's a long one. That's the fucking unedited fucking unstressed. Because I seen my old video and I was very stressed in it. Doing a lot of, you know, like fucking swallowing and fucking, you know, highly stressed I was at the time. So yeah, I didn't watch the whole story, but I thought I can tell it from the start how I met these guys, fucking what the issues were leading up to it, and yeah, what else happened. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, I told them if they've got the video or anything, put it online, because, you know, there's no shame, I realise, in me. I didn't train for 6 months after that, apart from that legs day. A week later, I thought, I'm not training. I don't want people thinking, oh, Paddo's training to get them. I don't need to train to get these motherfuckers. Are you serious? Yeah. Funny story, I actually seen one of them the other week, and I was with my daughter. Imagine she wasn't there. Like, I thought, fuck, man, I would have clicked it, you know, but she saved me. I thought she saved him, but she saved me from going back in. And hopefully next time, if she's not there, I've had that experience, so now I can walk past, because it's not worth it. No one's opinion in jail matters. Believe that. No one's opinion in jail matters. No criminal opinion matters to anybody. You know what I mean? My daughter's opinion matters. My fucking children's, my fucking family. That's whose opinion matters, and not one of them are criminals. All right? Gucci gang. You can go now.